Wi-Fi together, baby. Here we go again. Make sure we're on the right mic. Okay, we on the right mic. Okay, so you can see we have a new background. A new background. I'm giving you the Saint, the Saint of Pick Me Keisha. She's praying for y'all. Nothing bad is going on there, and I'm watching. This is me watching over y'all. This is me showing love. You see me in the background with the quarter zip on? It's gonna be me when I lose about 30 pounds. You see me in the background with the quarter zip on? I gotta be in good shape to have my hands behind my back. My belly too big right now to have my hands behind my back. But anyway, let's get to it. It is almost 1 o'clock at night. I should not be doing nothing. I can't go to sleep. I'm coming down with the flu. I had a crazy customer last night. But fuck it, we here though. I'm not yelling. I'm not yelling. I'm not yelling. Oh, what? In more ways than one. My name is Six Paths Dice, Mr. Lane. If you need me, we about to get into it. So first and foremost, let me tell you something. The reason why I had to create the Saint, the Pick Me Saint Keisha for y'all is because of all the disparaging things that are going on in the community. I'm gonna work on doing my Cory Holcomb impression. Cory, we gotta have a long conversation, but again, we keep seeing the same pattern with you niggas over and over again, where y'all cannot discern between I don't like this person and hey, that's not right. Okay? The other day I had a conversation where someone told me that ICE is coming for me. They said I'm next. So I said, listen, we're going to organize a secret meeting spot. And I will come meet you in this meeting spot every day. Because you got more information than me. You watching a different world, a different internet. You have different connects that I'm just not privy to. You understand? I'm just not.
Because I always respected your hairline on television.
It's not privy to none of that. You know what I mean? So anyway, let's start with this. So we are going to talk about the Cory Holcomb and Anton thing. This just keeps going left. You know why it's going left? And here's the thing. When you don't, and I thought before it was all about people liking Cory more than they like Anton. No. We are seeing how much y'all niggas who are aware of Anton or know of Anton be hating on Anton. You know what? Listen, my mind was somewhere else, and maybe I wasn't paying attention. But I'm like, goddamn, like Anton became a really big content creator. Anton, you know how hard it is, pause, to become someone who has 1 million subscribers for a black content creator who just react to videos and do panels and no edits, and they got 1 million subscribers and growing, right? Anton did various things to raise his profile, and over time, I feel he became a much better content creator in terms of being more interesting, right? But over time, my point is that now more than ever, he has kind of become even more of a force in the space, which he always has been. You know what I mean? And one of his things is, this bigger than that. One of the reasons why I got mad love for Anton is because it's not what he does is not about you agreeing. He's just sharing his perspective. He's not saying necessarily what you should do, but he is trying to set somewhat of an example. You understand? So when I first was watching Anton, I was on to come up, right? And if it wasn't for me watching Anton and seeing Anton be successful online but still accept a position in real life, right? Pause. Where he had a job, and I remember he had a video called I'm taking a high salary job with benefits, and I'm gonna keep chasing the bag. But what it opened my mind up to is, again, everyone don't gotta do it this way, and everyone may not be in a situation that affords you the opportunity to do so. But what he did was he helped me open my mind up. He opened my mind up to the fact that all that money is green. All that money is money that can be spent. Get all the money. If you could easily get it, because it is a bag. If it's a guaranteed bag, until you can replace the bag and it becomes child's play, right? Go keep getting that money. Like I always fuck with my job. I'm obviously not gonna be able to stay there. You know what I'm saying? Because for this to go right, when this goes to the next level, I'm not gonna have time to do that job. It's not gonna make sense anymore. And I gotta have faith that I can become rich enough to retire to get a retirement for myself within about 5 years if I do this right. You know what I mean? And it's so many different things I want to do. I want to travel the world doing content. I want to take it to the next level. I don't want to stay in one space. I'm a multiversal being. But anyway, more than anything, right? And again, this is what everyone goes through this shit. Where to a certain degree, depending on where you are with something, right? Someone can bring out the hater in you. And don't no one bring out the hater in black people more than someone that says, hey, you niggas ain't shit. Yeah, hold on, man. What? Thank goodness.
You've had your surgery.
We're good to go.
Bring it back, son. Bring it back, Sadie.
Thank goodness you've had your surgery.
We're good to go.
Y'all hate someone who talks about improving the race, and I heard that phrase before, right? It was talking, I think it was a Spanish guy, because he was speaking to also why Hispanic men don't be marrying or getting with black women in large numbers. It happens here and there. Most non-black men who be having kids with black women, a lot of times they don't necessarily. It's an alternative lifestyle. It's a fling, but it's not necessarily a situation where they together. Unless they both ugly sometimes. You know what I mean? I see them in the supermarket from time to time. You know, you see a little biracial couple, they both ugly. I said, all right, cool. He didn't get one of the good ones. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Shut the fuck up in 2020.
Joe, we gonna get to you in a second, Joe. So I'm gonna react to some Joe Budden commentary on the Drake lawsuit, because Drake has filed an appeal for which we knew he was gonna do. Right, so if you guys don't know, the Drake lawsuit with UMG it's like he's not suing Kendrick Lamar because he lost the battle. He's suing his record label for putting millions of dollars specifically into this one song, which is a song about him messing with kids and touching kids, as if it's an actual fact. Not only that, people throughout the internet repeat this as if it's actual fact, because there's so many different facets to the Drake and Kendrick battle that wasn't about rapping. A lot of it had to do with you think you associate everything good. You associate proper English. You associate education. You associate being a good person. You associate following rules that lead to structure. You associate, more importantly, you associate success with whiteness. So you always either hate or try to destroy the most successful black man. The black man is the most targeted man ever. And bigger than that, one thing that always happens is, this is how women, and this is why I gotta have the patron Saint Pick Me Keisha praying over me. She praying for me. So you have context. Nothing weird is going on. She's praying for me. She's praying for y'all. Couldn't be me. I just seen Adam 22 get knocked down by some pretty weird boxing. I could have beat Jason Love up. I would have did a pretty good job. I mean, I wouldn't have just duck, just start running away. Adam 22 is running away. Anyway, let's stay on subject though. But we gotta look at, where does this mindset come from? It's a few different things. I mean, but it goes through a few different people. I heard this a while back that whether y'all realizing or not, the way that black women go at black men, the way that black men spend their life for the most part sabotaging, stressing out, or just basically bringing misery to a black man in life. When she's doing that, you can't be two places at one time. The reality is this: you can't be arguing with her and getting mad with her and in a relationship with her, and at the same time be on the path to greatness. You can't do both. All right, you only be one place at one time. And me personally, I chose this path right here. I have full faith that I will get the millions of you. I'm nice at this shit right here. But anyway, point being is, I've heard this before, and sometimes they call it KKK Keisha, as in KKKK. I'm sorry, no, KKK. It's a little late. I got the flu, but I'm still gonna perform though. I'm still me though. You know.
Get up and get out of them relationships like that. Why are you here, bro?
I'm still me though. But I'm just saying, you see this behavior throughout, whether it's the man's child not having respect whether it's a man's child, not having respect for him, not having appreciation for him. You had women who came online. Ryan Davis, in a moment of vulnerability, said, damn, it really hurt that every time I'm around my daughter and everything, it has to be about me spending money on her, and we can't just enjoy one another and spend time together. And our relationship is coming transactional, which all men have those kind of situations and whatnot, and which I I get, and it's a part of it. He was genuinely hurt. It was more than just his daughter wants things. He's saying that when he interacts with her, he not getting no love from her. And prior to him having all this money, he would get a lot of love from his daughter. Which is, again, when y'all get online and do this shit, the kind of men who want to make good families are going to say fuck that, because y'all will support kids disrespecting their father, having no respect, having no appreciation. So that's one level, right? And then go into what's going on with Cory and Anton, and then the Kendrick and Drake thing, right? Black men, and I'm hearing this more and more and more, and I'm thinking about it. I think about it in my own personal life. I had someone like, yo, that was pretty cool, but then I don't really talk to them more like that. I mean, I talked to him and everything, but it was like, yo, he started doing way too many things that were like, yo, all right, bro. In my experience, dudes only start doing this when they're hating on you. They have no positive intention. They're not trying to help you and whatnot. This is what niggas, and they think they slick about it. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you find nigga trying to embarrass you, nigga going out his way to get at you, going out his way to try to confront you and whatnot, that nigga be hating on you. He got feelings. He got feelings for you. You understand? He has feelings for you. And where he is at emotionally and his intelligence, he can't just come out and say, "Hey, Six Paths, I think you're amazing, and I really love you." You know what I'm saying? And you know,
Bitch, you've had your surgery.
We're good to go.
he can't come out and say that. He gotta do weird shit. You know what I'm saying? He has to force a confrontation, or what sometimes what they'll do is they'll wait for the perfect moment. They'll wait till you have a vulnerable moment, or so they think, and say, you know what? I'm going to spin this to be a negative moment for you, and I'm going to talk about it as if it's nothing. As if it's nothing. But anyway, so the biggest reason why people want to take Cory's side is because they hate what Anton represents. They hate the fact that his daughter don't gotta work. I mean, I'm sorry, that his wife don't gotta work. Now, that might have been a part of their marketing, kind of, their image and how they kind of, you know, because everyone has an origin story, right? But his wife don't got to work. Not only that, you know what else y'all niggas don't like about Anton? His wife don't get online saying nothing negative about him. You can't relate to that, because some black men, believe it or not, you don't like seeing a black man have a woman who submits to them. There was a challenge online, right? Not a challenge, it was like a TikTok trend where wives and girlfriends were coming into the room while let's say their fathers visiting and whatnot. They made a point to, I'll give you an example. The wife comes in and whatnot and gets on her knees and asks, basically asks the husband, like, what do you want, master? Like, basically on some kind of like submissive type stuff, right? But like some of them are doing stuff where like they're bowing to him, they're getting on their knees, they hand him things and whatnot. They're kind of interacting in like a sub-dom situation. Then you saw some of the fathers getting mad, trying to grab her by the arm, lift her up and whatnot. And don't get me wrong, it would be weird if I was a dad and I'm over and whatnot, and I've never seen my daughter do this before, and she gets on her knees to, do whatever she's doing, whether it's handing him a remote or handing him a sandwich or whatever it is. But some of them wasn't even that extreme. You know what I mean? I think some of them was like them calling their husband daddy, calling him master, whatever it is, right? But bigger than that, one of the reasons why the fathers were reacting how they reacted because modern men are programmed, and this has been the end of America, because it's made a lot of y'all big old pussies, because you have it in your mind that you want to have a successful family and a successful life, all while not leading yourself to success. That woman cannot lead you to success. Matter of fact, if you try to build your whatever you got going on off the back of a woman, it will always backfire you. Case in point, Easy the Block Captain. And we love Easy. We'll start there because it's the internet. Would you say live forever? Y'all sensitive, right? But Easy the Block Captain, him getting that help from Remy Ma, a lot of times, but whatever you want to do, it's tough. It's really tough. But you got to watch it when you accept any help from women. Understand it will be finite. Understand it is like getting money from a loan shark that wants 200% interest, or they want twice their money back. Dead ass. That's how women see economics. Some real narc shit. All right. But anyway, but that's what it's like. It's always a price. Everything has a price. That's why I made that decision a few years ago. I'm like, yo, these men, these people in general need to hear my story, need to hear my resolve. A lot of you don't have no resolve. A lot of you don't realize you're not even trying. Not even making an effort. But going back to why y'all hate Anton. Y'all hate Anton because he in control of his life. And he's a regular nigga. He a regular dude. He not coming to you saying, I come from this kind of family. He not coming to you saying, I'm super intelligent or I'm super particularly talented. He's coming to you just saying, yo, I had a dream and I tried this and I tried that. The reality is this. The brother been getting a lot of money for a long time. There's been videos of people trying to expose him for being a scammer and this and that. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, the brother's still free. You understand? The brother walking the street. Getting richer than he ever been. When I saw Anton show a check for $127,000 for a payout, YouTube pays every month. And a monthly payout of $127,000. He said that's only for one channel. So this man makes a few $100,000 a month, possibly about 200, at least 200 grand a month. It's a lot of money in content. You understand? Everyone not seeing that. Cory not seeing that. You know Cory not seeing that, and they know it because again that video probably, well, I'm not viral or not, but people seen that video, bro. When I saw, and here's the difference in consciousness, okay? When I see the video, I get inspired. I feel good. I'm not going to give you no weird metaphor, no weird expression of ambition. I say, oh, money get my dick hard. But you know what though? Maybe it takes a certain amount of money to give you an erection. We'll explore that more later. I'm a consult with the patron. Pick me Saint Keisha to the right. I wish you could see the whole thing. Matter of fact, forget that. I'm gonna remove myself. God damn it, y'all saw that? One night only. That is the saint right there. She praying for the country. Don't you ever get it fucked up? Matter of fact, we gotta go ahead and change that to my picture too. I'm gonna do that a little bit later. But anyway, so we're gonna be going between this. Matter of fact, we're gonna adjust in a second. You know what I'm saying, so you already know we got the background. We got Cory Holcomb knocking down Anton's walls. Hold on. Let me let's go to hold on a second. Let's see. Can I show you guys this way? No. Can you see? Let me see. Nope, that's not how it works. Anyway, whatever. All right, so before we get into this, we have to go to the beginning of this. Let's go to the actual confrontation that set all this off. Okay? So, we're going to refresh that, John. So, a few weeks ago, you know what I'm saying, Anton Daniels came on the Cory Holcomb show. All right? And to your left, you see a nigga in a gorilla suit. This is Cory Holcomb. This is Cory Holcomb right here. This nigga done put on a gorilla suit. Someone has spliced in different clips of Anton and whatnot. And the argument's supposed to be, oh, you could talk about other people's kids, but you don't like it when someone talk about your kids. Because, so Anton basically offered to fight Cory Holcomb after Cory Holcomb decided to raise up on a nigga. And now not only raise up, but sit down to get close after Anton basically matched his energy. So Cory said to him, you kiss the ass of Caucasian males. Very bad grammar. And then Anton responds in calm with some bad grammar of himself. It was in the moment. It was an in the moment insult. I mean, he didn't say that. You would think he would have said to Cory, you be sucking dick, like actual sucking dick. Cory kept responding as if Anton accused him of doing something gay. As if it wasn't about, I mean, like, you know, like no one, Anton didn't think you literally mean that I go find white men, pull their pants down, and then kiss their left butt cheek. He knows you didn't think that, and he didn't think that, but somehow, and it's what we're talking about. This is how conflict goes with niggas. I've experienced this myself on several different levels. And you'll experience it with niggas, and you'll experience it with actual haters. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and check it out.
See, I suck again. We can go back right now. We can go back right now. I'm waiting. Comedian Cory, Holcomb, and Anton Daniels almost come to blows after some choice words from Anton Daniels during a heated debate.
It's a reason you go after black males or black people quicker than you will go after white males. What are white males responsible for in this country as the downfall of?
That made no sense. That made absolutely no sense. That made no, like, what? That was a nonsensical question. What is the point of you asking that? And what is your example? And I'm not necessarily here to defend white people, but this is the kind of conversation that stupid niggas want to have with you. So a point that Angry Man made was that, yo, you have to start seeing yourself when you're in a different space mentally. So let's start with mentally, right? It's certain people, it's certain kinds of people you're not going to relate to or be able to talk to on a one-on-one level, and things make sense. And black people, no matter what they do, and maybe Anton had the best intentions. I'm not sure how Anton wound up here, right? But Cory, what he really was doing was he's doing the thing that women do when they start feeling insecure about how smart they are, how you look at them and whatnot. And a lot of that shit has to do with feminism encourages women to think that you need to be insecure about yourself. That this guy is judging you, and you're judged the same way that you judge a man. You know what I mean? And it's like, no, y'all are two different people. We really don't see you that way. Because most men don't really see you as competition, especially if he's masculine. Secondly, men, for the most part, testosterone makes men see the best in women. That's why we have post-nut clarity. Your testosterone takes a certain kind of dip. Your spirit takes a dip after a nut, and that's why your thinking is different, because now you can't see the best in her necessarily unless the best is there. All right, but anyway, it's hard to understand this shit. And it was a tough lesson for me. And I still love battle rap, and I still will come through and smoke any one of you fucking chumps. And I'm never gonna stop battling. I'm never gonna stop smacking you niggas around. But I realized I couldn't be close to the culture at all, because I'm not like y'all. I don't move like y'all. I don't think like y'all. And I kept experiencing situations where I'm like, no, nigga, it's not normal. Y'all niggas is trying to make me uncomfortable. Y'all niggas is trying to bully me. Y'all niggas trying to make me sound crazy. Trying to make me look crazy. And I didn't realize that. At first, I used to suspect that something was up. But I said, all right, well, you know what? Because what black people do is put you, especially for men. Men, don't allow yourself to be in a trap where someone make you feel like you can't say nothing because you don't want to seem sensitive. Fuck that. Fuck that. Don't do it. All right? Because what happens is they keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing. And sometimes it could be someone that you don't take all that serious. If you ever feel like that about someone you're talking to, don't associate with them. All right? If you're ever in a situation where people are attacking you and the people supposed to be your friends don't say anything or don't speak on, all right, what's the problem here? Or like what's, like, that's not what we do here. Like you understand? But anyway, the reason why I said earlier that I liken the situation to the Kendrick and Drake thing is because it was never about Kendrick making better songs. It was about believing that Kendrick was making better songs. Not like us as ass. That beat is ass. No one would ever pick those beats to rap on. Ever. No one would ever tell someone to rap like this. I think some of the bars he had some shot value to it. It was pretty cool. And I would have been able to appreciate the shit more. But from the rip, ever since it came out, it was promoted as the death of Drake. It's the end of Drake. And and here we are a year and a half later, people are still pushing this idea of a decline for Drake. Drake just had his biggest numbers in streaming. But another reason why this is the same thing is because Drake's success from the very beginning, niggas always hated on Drake. Because for one, another thing that niggas hate is growth. Another thing niggas hate is being better. Drake was making hip hop better because Drake's influence on the game made music better. Because we need niggas like Hove, niggas like X, niggas like Big, niggas like Pac, who that at the time when they doing what they doing, they making the game better because niggas is watching you and learning, and you're inspiring and you're sparking the ecosystem. Now Drake has kind of removed a bit of his spark in terms of the collaboration rate or putting on new rappers from America. This nigga ain't put on no new rappers from America in the last year. Drake bring light to a few hot records coming up at least a few times a year. But he's bought us a lot of different people. But anyway, but going back to the whole parallel, niggas hated Drake for pushing the game forward, right? And because the thing was this, that's the way the game was going anyway. The person who does not have foresight, the person who creates without the future in mind, the person who thinks that I just want to do the same thing over and over and over again, get away from that person. You'll never be successful around someone who thinks that way. I've had to point this out to my boy. I'm like, yo, the music that niggas like say Mobb Deep, and shout out to Mobb Deep. I'm not saying their music is whack, but that was unsuccessful music. Little Brother. Someone compared Drake to Little Brother the other day. Little Brother is a famously unsuccessful group. But niggas who are losers, or niggas who are, the closer you are to being a loser, being a nigga with no car, a nigga that got to wear a backpack everywhere you go, that's why they call it backpack rap. Because it's for niggas with no car. Thank goodness you had your surgery. Come on now.
You've had your surgery.
We're good to go.
You was watching table.
Bitch.
You was wait.
I want your body. If you love me, let me get your body.
All right, let's get to the second part.
Accountability smoke giver. I talk about everybody.
Here's the fact. Have you said something about Caucasian males and how they destroy this nation? Well, what did I miss?
He said how they destroyed the nation. It's hard for me to even speak on what he said, because none of that, because you can tell that was a word salad. Cory, well, for one, Cory is another black man that does not realize you are acting like a hoe. Like this is hoe activity. This is actually feminine. This is how women argue. You see how he's making no sense. Why does it matter to you who Anton talks about? Is he lying about the person he's speaking on? Is he lying? Because Cory's trying to come from the perspective of, because again, this is how Democrats and leftists, they don't have love for you, bro. They want you to really carry the identity of, I'm a victim. My situation is fucked up. I'm all fucked up. I'm disadvantaged. I'm misfortunate. You talk about misfortunate people. You talk about people who are victims in a way where it's like, why are you talking about them for? Our house didn't burn. Well, house did kind of burn down. But our house, like, you're not a burn victim. You're not in a situation where this thing's happening to this out of your control. That's nothing. That's unhealthy that I learned from my socialist professor, which was, to a certain degree, life is happening to me, not for me. Life happening for me. But Cory wants to argue the perspective of leave Leroy alone. Leave Keisha alone. They doing the best they can. No, you not. No, you not. And people's reaction to this confrontation, the reaction to this whole thing speaks volumes. Because y'all hate black people who give themselves rules and follow the rules. Being around your ungrateful mother, being around your mother who don't got her life together, because most of y'all spend a lot of time around your mother, you got no love for your father. Right? You develop this mindset of, somebody owe you something. If you don't like someone, or someone disagrees with you, you're supposed to try to punish them, do something to them, try to intimidate them to think like you. All y'all do this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And what it also means is that your mental health is so low. It's at a place where it is a low vibrational behavior to be so insecure about your beliefs that you feel like, because someone knows you and they're interacting with you, they have to agree with you. When I'm talking my shit, I don't say it for niggas to agree with me. I'm not saying this so you can say, yeah. Listen, people who come around me, a lot of times they have to get used to the fact that, yo, you're going to have to adjust to the fact that I'm a free thinker. I think for myself. I don't align with no political party necessarily. I'm on the side of truth. I guess you call me a moderate, right? But I'm on the side of truth. When Biden was fucking the country up, I never got on here and bombed on Biden and talk shit about Biden or just did anything like that. But I didn't think Biden was a good president at all. I was like, yo, like, how is he alive? Biden wasn't even alive. Listen, y'all was, that nigga was a ghost. Ghost dad, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, well, that niggas ain't real. I'll put it here so we can hear it. Some of you niggas.
Let's slow down, because you talking loud, but you're not saying a lot.
No, you talking loud,
you talking loud,
and you still talking around. What did the Caucasian male do to America
I'm not
to bring it down?
I'm not getting it.
That makes no sense.
Into that.
You dancing around it, and that's why I lose respect for you when you start dancing and kissing Caucasian males' ass.
But I don't.
Don't do that in front of me because I'm not an ass kisser of nobody.
Yes, you are.
So at this point, this is when the confrontation picks up. Actually, he was sucking dick. Because what Anton getting ready to say is you want to do the easy shit. You want to go the easy route. The easy route for niggas is to say black woman is God. When you get money, give everyone money for free, give everything away, and sacrifice yourself to the great, I guess to the whims of the black community. I'll tell you something. The day I stopped considering myself pro-black, I became free. Because pro-black is a myth. Because no one who says they pro-black is actually pro-black. Because you're not about the actual advancement of people. Most pro-black mostly means you worship black women. You do think black women are, like, for example, people be saying that Michelle got Barack elected. People be saying that Michelle, basically was like the president. No, what are you talking about? What? No one would know who she is if not for Barack. Now Michelle is an interview. She done told this story a bunch of times about now, which I think is black love. What you get? Black love in y'all minds, honestly, is for the most part a situation where a black woman gets to do what she want to do. Like what's going on with the man, what his thoughts are, what he wants, if he's actually happy, has nothing to do with. Matter of fact, it can only happen if that man can completely dedicate himself to the woman. Or to that black woman, you know what I'm saying, and accept her as his personal Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I'm forgetting to hit my sounds. I said, hold on, what?
I snap my fingers. You forget that you were ever gay.
I was never gay.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, no, stop.
Yeah.
The black people right now. You doing the easy shit. What you do? Let me tell you what you do.
Nah, let me tell you something.
Ain't nobody gonna tell you.
I don't
ain't nobody
suck.
gonna, yeah,
I don't
you do.
suck.
You do.
So fix
you doing
that.
it right now.
I don't suck.
You doing it right now.
Homie, believe me when I tell you. I don't do that.
Tell you.
I don't do that.
Listen.
So don't come at me with no sucking shit.
I'm gonna give you the same
Let's
energy
switch
you give me.
Let's switch six. Let's switch six.
I'm with it.
Homie, I don't do no sucking shit. I'm a mother man. I don't do no sucking shit.
I don't give a about nothing.
Well, I tell you what. Watch that sucking shit, cause that'll go bad.
Call it what you want.
I don't do no sucking.
You say a lot of shit that I don't fuck with either.
Okay, but that gay shit. Oh, you
I don't give a fuck about what you talk
Hey, homie, I tell you what.
I'm right here.
Don't put no sucking shit. Don't put no sucking shit on me, nigga.
I'm from Detroit.
Say
right
I
now.
suck it again.
I'm right here, right now.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna respect you.
Dance around it. Dance around it.
No. I
don't do no sucking shit.
I'm gonna respect you because it's your platform, and I flew out here to have a conversation.
We good.
But
We
you're
good.
not pressing up on me.
We good. I did already. I don't need
Put
sucking
the
shit.
microphone right down. Right now, I'm going up back. I don't give a fuck about this shit.
Homie, you just running your.
That was the first time you offered him the fade. When for niggas said we could put the mic down right now and go out back, I don't give. Cory turned his head. Now, mind you, I'll show you this. No, I'm not gonna show you the next video. We're gonna get to the next subject. You niggas finna be quiet on this because what we're gonna talk about next, right? Some nasty shit, bro. But you niggas are not going to say anything because you're hate for a successful black man. The hate you have, because for one, you don't realize you're not even built to conquer. Matter of fact, you are conquered. I heard that before. I'm like, damn. But the reason why I got offended by hearing black men is conquered because I'm not conquered. Nobody owns me though. You know what I'm saying? Whoa, where's my? Hold on. What's what we doing, black?
What we doing right now?
And sooner or later, her cookies get crushed.
I'm not. No one owns me. Do what I want to do. Say what I need to say. And I'm going to be who I need to be, right? But I didn't realize a lot of you are conquered. A lot of you don't have your own mind. A lot of you, for the most part, are you can be told what to think. No, I told you, no one owns me. You know what I'm saying? Come outside.
Y'all niggas see what they throwing out the way. Nigga, I got an army out here.
Got an army out here, nigga. Come outside. So, Anton will also get up, put the mic down, and say, let's go out back right now.
Mouth. I'm not. Hold on. We just getting loud. I ain't gonna get loud.
Then don't switch seats.
No, this is my show. This is my show.
That's cool, but I take that shit as a threat.
Okay, well, it is a threat if you calling me sucking. I don't dick suck, my dick.
Man, what you talking about?
I don't dick suck.
If you want to get back to the conversation, ain't no, because you ain't gonna do shit. Because you're not going to do
Come
shit.
at me with that sucker
You're
shit
not gonna
again,
do-
nigga.
You're not going
Come
to
at me with. Say I suck again.
We can go
I'll
off
show
that
you
right
who
now.
the fuck I am.
That was the response. People wanted to hang on the fact that Anton didn't say that you dick sucking again. It don't matter if nigga challenges you to a fight. He challenged you to a fade. And when in the history of niggas, a nigga smaller than you, Anton is 5'7". I never knew how big Cory was. Pause. Hold on. I'm sorry, man. I was gay.
It was big, but that sounds ridiculous.
I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm really rich now.
I'm really rich now, though, but it's cool though.
It's cool though.
I respect it
I
though.
respect it though. Since when in the history of niggas is it cool for a nigga that's 5'7" to challenge you to a fight twice after you done bucked up on him and confronted him and then he also told you you're not going to do shit. And this is why acting tough is always a L. Even if you can't fight, even if no matter what, it looks corny. There was no need to act tough. You could have been like, listen, bro, if you want to be talking like that, first of all, you cussed at him and insulted him several times first. Because what niggas like this think is an insult is that basically what you're trying to insinuate and trying to say is that you worship white people. You want white people to like you. You want to be near white people, or you hate yourself, hate your culture. When the reality is this, the closer you are to these niggas, the more hate that you experience. White folks don't give a fuck about you. White folks don't care about you. Black people, for the most part, whether you realize it or not, if you are a poor, especially if you poor or poor-minded, you know what I'm saying? Like Cory's poor-minded. And honestly, throughout this whole exchange, you seeing this why Cory never made it. Hold on, let me get big real quick. This is why Cory never made it. Because this situation right here, and one more situation that we finna get into, where he had an altercation with another female comedian, and he put his hands on the female comedian. So I'm gonna reiterate what the same observation that Angry Man made. So you duck the fade, because you ducked the fade. That's ducking the fade. This is why acting tough never pays off. So you duck the fade with Anton. Someone's way smaller than you. It's not like Anton's in like incredible shape or Anton's small dude and Anton got the guns going. Anton with the dad bod had you saying, you know what, nah, I'm good. And to see that, now mind you, it didn't happen all in the same week and whatnot, but to see you duck the fade with Anton, but punch a woman in the face on camera as a celebrity. And again, we didn't hear what she said. I guess we're not going to know, right? But at the same time, that looked crazy. Well, that looked crazy for you in general. But with this all together, this is catastrophic. Now, fortunately, Cory doesn't necessarily have any kind of like career to really destroy. I'm like, he has no platform. It's not like, he do stand up on the road and whatnot, but I don't know. But Cory is kind of like if this was like the 2000s, Cory's like an underground rapper. He's like a real good mixtape rapper. Like the best mixtape rapper that you ever heard. But in general though, you've seen the bad decision making. And also you've seen how someone who is talented, someone who's great, someone who is amazing. Because Cory is funny. I think Cory is very funny, right? And I think honestly the situation is just a situation where y'all was having an argument and it just went a little bit too far, right? Because when people start getting emotional, right, they're not always able to realize when they bugging, right? You know what? What's my color? They're not always able to realize, all right, I'm just emotional right now. Because when you're emotional, you may say things you don't normally say. Because in a conversation, whenever you talk to someone, right, and they start asking you questions or being confrontational, and their questions and things they say don't make sense, stop the conversation. You're not having a conversation no more. This person is trying to get their feelings off. Okay? All creators, anyone, especially if they're gifted at their medium, right? Anyone who's very gifted at their medium, especially someone like Cory, because Cory, like you say, he's a dirtbag, right? A lot of times they have a lot of darkness in them, right? And they tend to be impulsive people, and they tend to be very emotional people with mad vices. All right, so this is where things kind of took a bit of a turn. So I'm gonna go ahead and check out his latest video. So this is Cory in a gorilla suit.
Is gay. I'ma tell you right now to your face.
Listen to what I'm trying to tell you, man.
You want to talk about everybody else, wife, kids, and everybody, but when somebody say something about you, y'all got to go to therapy. Our chicks was looking dusty.
This nigga Cory put on a gorilla suit to go at Anton online. I'm also going to play the clip that recently went viral, right? Of him talking about Anton's daughter, which I talked about before.
On having no children out of wedlock. You got a picture of his daughter? I'm a dirtbag. You got a picture of his daughter?
Someone should have said, bro, stop. This doesn't make no sense. Cory also showed you, God damn, you are a scrape off the bottom of the barrel type of nigga. If you think this is how you should respond. But what it is that, nigga, you know you was afraid, you know that, yo, you shouldn't have fought him. Or you know that your emotions got the best of you and you want to save face. It's the same thing women do. Because I know for a fact that, yo, my ex wanted to save face, and in hindsight now I realize that when women crash out, when women get emotional, when women fuck the relationship up, once they come out of their emotional space, right, they're kind of embarrassed. They're kind of like, oh my God, I got really emotional again. It's kind of like if you're a guy and you get so emotional that you cry. You remember that time as kind of embarrassing, and you kind of like don't want to talk about it. That's how women are with their episodes. Like, for example, my ex had BPD. So as like towards the end, her episodes of basically like disassociating from me, of like kind of treat me like she doesn't know me, started kind of happening more and more, and they were more close together. And before that, she would just kind of say, and it wasn't all the time, but she would say and do things that have reactions to things that wasn't normal or just didn't really make sense, and it wasn't like commensurate with like what was going on, right? But anyway, like I was saying before, the problem that Cory has is the same problem that a lot of black men have, and it's really holding you back, and it has to do with this is how far your emotions and not having emotional regulation and maturity. That's why I told y'all the root cause of all your problems is the bitch in you. Whether it's your cowardice, whether you are afraid to level up, you are afraid to you're afraid to be available, you're afraid to be reliable, you're afraid to have a dream, you're afraid to say you're wrong, right? Or growing the fuck up, aka maturity. All your problems come from you not being able to broaden your perspective and taking all the information and making an informed decision or a plan based off of an informed decision. You know what I'm saying?
Bitch, you've had your surgery.
We're good to go.
So, in this clip right here, Cory pulls up Anton's daughter, right? It starts talking about his daughter. At this point, Anton makes a video saying, you know, Cory, you got it. People start alluding to Anton's going to sue Cory at some point. And he's going to use his live stream where he says, I'm distraught. I don't want to do this no more, this and that, right? And use it for proof for the lawsuit. Cory responds by putting himself in a gorilla costume to go at Anton. Here's the thing about what you said, Cory. Let's go and get big. I ain't mean hit that, but
I want your body.
Relax.
If you love me, let me get your body.
Really.
Little ninja. I see you, little crusty ninja. I see you, little crusty ninja.
Cory, Anton never said anything about your wife. You don't have a wife. Anton never said anything about your family or your kids. How does it make sense for you to talk about a girl in high school, a young girl in high school? Now, mind you, on one hand, you saying that you are pro-black, which means that you love black people, right? And you value and you respect black people, and you were criticizing Anton because you felt like, well, you don't go after white men the way you would black people. First of all, he's a content creator. Who the fuck does that? But that's actually not true. Anton talks about everyone on his channel. His channel is a reaction channel. Whatever is popping at that time, he's talking about it. That's not true at all. Cory was arguing from the standpoint of, all right, well, I don't really have no facts. I don't really have an argument, but what I can lean into is the spirit of Jermaine. He leaned into the spirit of Jermaine and said, all right, Jermaine, guide me in this argument, help me come up with something. And again, and then we go to a weird question. All right, so he asked, why don't you talk about how white men have ruined the country? And it's like, why? I'd ask you, like, why? Like, why would you want him to talk about that exactly? How, if he's a black content creator who's mostly watched by black people, that's a weird question to ask him. Everyone addresses their particular group in particular. You know what I'm saying? But bigger than that, it's also about the fact that black men do not have authority in the black community whenever someone comes through. And they seem to be the kind of person that you should listen to, the kind of person that what it also is that these kind of people make you have to look at yourself. Like for example, when you see a person that's in really good shape, the first thing you think about is how your body looks. Now, if the loser gets discouraged or will look at them as weird or come up with a coping mechanism for how they feel about the in shape person, a winner like myself gets inspired. I say, damn, I gotta get it right. I ain't really trying to accomplish that necessarily, but then again, I gotta stop saying that, because what people will always do is try to make their goals super realistic, rather than saying, I'm going to take it to the next level. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to get my dream body. When I was way heavier, because I was so far from a healthy weight, I was over 300 pounds, right? In my mind, if I got to 270 pounds, I'm like, damn, that would be like, that's like over 30, 40 pounds lost, right? Which I'm still like, it's like mad big at that point, right? 270 pounds is a good, that's a good jump for me from right now. I think I'm about like 265, 260, right? And then once I got my weight down, of course I started kind of realizing like, yo, I'm going to have to lose like 100 pounds. Like back in 2021, I said, yo, like, damn, I'm going to have to lose like 100 pounds to get to a more manageable weight where you can see my abs or my stomach is not poking out so much, or I won't have long boobs. I want to have long boobs no more. Skin is all stretched out. But anyway, point being is that, how you think is everything. And in my mind, I never thought about getting lean. I just wanted to look better than I did before. I said, well, all right, well, if I get love and attention at this weight, if I lose like 20 pounds, I gotta do something, right? I'll definitely look better if I lose 20 pounds, right? And if I lose more weight than that, I'll definitely look better. So that's how we got there, right? But you can't get there without being able to think. What can I say? For one, make a plan for yourself. Two, be real with yourself. A lot of y'all don't realize another reason why you don't like Anton is because he makes you have to be real with yourself. Because he's not necessarily, people may argue about what he's lying about. When I watch him and when I watch his content and whatnot, I don't feel as though he's holding me to an impossible standard. Now, a lot of things that Anton does and says, I haven't agreed with, and I don't necessarily agree with, but he opened my mind to say, yo, you have to condition yourself to consider all things and take all things into consideration. But the thing is, a lot of y'all, you do not have a strong sense of self. So anything can jeopardize your sense of self. You know what I'm saying? Just someone just having a different mindset. One of the main reasons why you don't like them is also because you feel as though they're going to change your mind about who you are. And you think it's going to change who you are. Anyway, so let's go ahead and watch Joe Budden in the Joe Budden podcast, Hate on Drake. Matter of fact, I don't want no smoke, so I'm going to go ahead and just play it. Okay? Let's see something. Where is that clip at? So I have not heard this yet. So we're gonna react to it live. I probably won't get through it, but let's check it out. Oh my bad. Hold on. I'm sorry. We're not going here yet. Nope. My bad. Now we're gonna get to that lady that he punched. We're gonna listen. So she did an interview with TMZ, which I'm not gonna play up here either. I'm gonna play the sound for y'all, and we're gonna hear it. So this is an interview from TMZ and Christina Payne. She was a female comedian that Cory hit. Angry Man made a good point about. He said years ago when Solange was trying to beat Jay-Z up in that elevator, Jay may not have known that there was a camera in there, but had Jay hit her back, had Jay tried to fight her when she was doing all that, the optics would have looked bad. Once people see some shit, bro, that's it. Right? Like, so seeing him on camera actually punch the girl in the face is crazy. And on top of that, the fact still remains. A nigga that is 5 inches shorter than you asked you for a fade a few times on your platform and then also told you you ain't gonna do shit. That's crazy.
Christina, you went to the police back when this happened, filed a police report. It went nowhere. What are you going to do now that there is a video that seems to support at least the fact that you were punched by Cory?
It is hard even seeing that right now, seeing that playback and having to relive all of this all over again. But it's like almost like what.
I mean, what I'm asking is, are you going to pursue legal action again? The cops felt it was like a stalemate when it happened because they had no video. Now they got video. So I'm wondering, are you over it or are you going to pursue this in court?
Yeah, he was like, nah, nigga, we need to know. Is you going to sue this nigga? See, the thing is this, though. No one can sue Cory because Cory don't got no money. I was saying that before. In that interaction, right? And that whole thing, I saw a lot of broke nigga activity, bro. Everything he's doing, the way he's crashing out like he has nothing to lose. You know why? Because he doesn't. In fact, no one's on the show even sitting up straight. He not sitting up straight. The other light-skinned nigga not sitting up straight. I think the girl's sitting up straight. But no one's sitting up straight. We fast forward.
I know you say you're in fear for your life. We mentioned the fact that he got a restraining order against you.
We have a restraining order against each other.
And you have one against him as well.
Yo, Cory a funny nigga, bro. Like, yo, this nigga is so funny. Even while he's doing all this nasty shit, it's still like kind of funny. How'd you get a restraining order on her? So, anyway, all right.
Since then, we brought the liars to court and confused the judge, and we didn't have the video yet. So we literally got the video the day after court, literally. So I never went back to pursue like, oh, let me get an appeal or nothing like that. Like, my attorney literally kind of gave up after she was getting defamed in her character and everything. You can see on his how horrible he would speak about me and her. And literally it's horrible, like the way he treats women, the way he talks about us, and then to the point where it's like, really, like you're gonna hit me because I'm telling you about God and like you need to change your ways, and you know, it's just horrible. Like
supposed to keep that down. Well, first of all, shut up, mind your business.
LA fires were the excuse every time, or no detectives were ever available, ever, for some reason.
Well, but the video changes things. I mean, you know, when it's just your...
Well, you know, we're going to stop it there. So basically, we're going to stop right there. So basically, in the video, you can see them one-on-one. I'm not going to show it here. I'm not going to show y'all a video of Cory punching a woman in the face because they having an argument. Looks crazy. This looks freaking crazy. But bigger than that, here's the main takeaway for our friend Cory Holcomb. Cory has showed y'all why he never made it in comedy in terms of going to the next level. It's not because you too real. Most of the time, when y'all niggas have that you try to give yourself that identity of I'm too real, I'm too authentic. Black people have an obsession with white folks, and you have an obsession with authenticity to the point where you don't know when things are real for yourself. You don't know when things are real. That's why the label of a real nigga is so important, because like there's no version of that in any other like group. Not like that. Of course, there's no the dude that's the guy, dude that's the man. There's a name for that, or the dude, basically the guy that's the man. But they don't have like Hector don't have, yo, he a real Hector, or he a real Brad. Like white guys don't have that, whereas black folks have that, and it's supposed to mean that you real, according to the rules handed on down from high of how you're supposed to be. All right, so Cory showed also that you cannot deal with critique. That's not the reason why he don't like Anton, because a nigga like Cory hates a dude like Anton, because Anton had made rules for himself and he's able to guide himself towards victory. Whereas for Cory, it's probably an everyday fight. An everyday fight. The fact that this nigga got on camera with a gorilla mask on and said, this is a good idea. Yo, I'll tell you something. One bad decision can lead to multiple bad decisions. But anyway, going back to what we were saying, right? So this has had the internet in a bit of an uproar, right? A lot of people are saying, because a lot of people are calling Anton a clown and basically trying to make the things that he's done and it's back and forth, they're trying to make him the aggressor, right? So yeah, Anton did speak on it. Anton did go at Cory and whatnot, right? But Anton didn't start the confrontation. That's what we mean by y'all form these convenient rules for people you don't like. So now, new rule created. If you're a successful black man, if you smart, another thing too, the black community hates for successful black men or smart black men to defend themselves, speak high. That's the reason why you hate Anton. You hate Anton because he speak highly of himself, and you're not like that. I've learned that. Niggas who don't think highly of themselves, they hate being around niggas who demand respect, because you can't do that. You don't demand respect from women. It's guys I know who are solid, masculine, tough guys, but when it comes to that woman, they a bitch. You know, see what that woman brings.
To wrap you in,
somebody come wrap you in.
My warm embrace.
Nope. Meanwhile, me. She coming to me with the vibes. Hold on, where's Keisha? I don't feel safe. I'm changing back to the saint. Where's the saint? Pray over me. She said, listen. She said, what?
There for him.
What?
With open arms.
What else?
And open legs.
What's up?
And an open mouth.
Relax, babe. Relax. So anyway, when y'all don't like someone, y'all create all these stupid special rules for them. Like you did with Drake, right? So people keep trying to make this argument that basically, get over it, let it go. You lost the battle. What that's based on is that you feel like, nigga, you win everything. You too good at everything. Like your life is like perfect. Why can't you be more like me? Why can't? Because being black is losing. Kendrick has never made music that y'all really listen to like that. I did like Kendrick, but I can't really say that. I enjoyed him more when I was way more broke. Like back when I drove when I was driving a 99 GS 300. You know what I'm saying? Back when I was making $800 every 2 weeks because I was struggling. You know what I'm saying? Whereas now I'm not playing that shit in my ride. Now I got into an argument with my ex about playing Mr. Morale. That's how bad it was. Don't get me wrong. Kendrick has his lane, but his lane is not king of hip hop. Because you don't make your music is not that. It's like Nas was never the king. You ever realize, Nas was never the king of hip hop? Nas has his own lane. Nas is dope when you look at Nas as, all right, well, I'm going to just appreciate what he made or what he gave me. Pause. You didn't necessarily critique Nas albums like that because it's not that kind of album. It's not that kind of party, right? Now for better or worse, it made a lot of Nas music kind of whack, and the same thing is going on with Kendrick, right? But people made this battle about, yo, listen, Drake is not really a black person. All of a sudden, for the sake of this battle, for the sake of giving Drake Kendrick the W, y'all went with the narrative of Drake isn't black. Drake, you're not from the culture, this and that, and no matter what you said to people, matter of fact, Family Matters. People even after all this stuff happened, went back and said no. Family Matters was a better diss track, and Family Matters is fucking crazy. The first time I heard Family Matters, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I'm like, yo, Drake is going at this nigga. That shit was incredible. And then when I heard Not Like Us and seeing people get so excited about this record, and I said, oh, I have to look at who's doing it. I have to look at who's saying it. People who buy into the idea of real hip hop, those are the kind of people that have kept hip hop from moving forward. Because people who believe in rapidy rap and boom bap rap, those are the kind of people, whether they realize it or not, you are performing a outdated version of music that comes from the past. And it's outdated, right? You have to update it and improve it for it to exist in the present. That's why people who rap like that, people make that kind of music, they're widely not successful. All right? Now let's play this drawing from Chicks, man. Was it Chicks?
Label Universal Music Group. Go. Here's a
or very narrow, right? Like and
then that whole set of president thing is like precedent.
Defamation. I don't. That's a. So you're setting to say that.
My bad. I know.
We think he's on to something. He's gonna lose again. But I think he's on to something. I don't think Drake is wrong here. Basically, what Drake said is the court, or his lawyer said that the court dismissed the suit out of hand as non-actionable by virtue of being song lyrics. In other words, the court said, you can't sue somebody for defamation because they're song lyrics. Drake's team is saying that is a dangerous precedent you're setting. To say that something by definition, just as such, cannot be used because it's a song lyric. He's saying there are times where that could be the case, and the court has a responsibility to look at the case, because otherwise nobody could ever sue for defamation because of a song lyric. Good point. And I think Drake's team is right.
He's right.
I don't think that this particular lawsuit is defamation. I don't. That's up for debate by people.
It's not up for debate. You have no proof that he touched children. Pedophile means that you're into prepubescent children. The song has legs because of those kind of statements. That was the argument. Also, the argument was that, no, it was up for the argument is that I guess you could do the whole cultural thing. That makes no sense if he's been here forever and the game has been benefiting from him. And he's helped the culture. You can't be a culture vulture by helping it. Honestly, even culture vulture, right? Dame Dash framed, he coined that phrase for Leo Cohen, but Leo Cohen was the white dude that gave a lot of black men opportunities. He gave black men record labels, including you, right? Now they had Rockefeller and whatnot, but when Rockefeller got with Def Jam, that's when it went to the next level. That partnership was super important, right? And Dame had talent and Dame had drive, but again, everybody get their nut, bro. Everyone gets their nut in life, man. So, off the rip, right? Real quick. When and that's Martin Lamont Hill talking. He said Drake didn't lose the case. You don't think it's weird that they didn't allow the case to go to trial? Drake never presented his evidence. That's the whole point of going through discovery and this and that. We are gathering evidence. So before his evidence could be presented in front of a jury of his peers and whatnot, that never happened. How can you say I lost a lawsuit, right? If the judge just decide that we're gonna throw it out, right? Based on the fact that y'all niggas was battle rapping and whatnot. The point is this: there's nothing going. Again, if you call someone the worst thing you could possibly call a man, right? Which is a PDF file. If Drake was to get locked up, he wouldn't make it out. If he was a PDF file, like he wouldn't be able to serve his sentence. They make sure that you don't make it to get sentenced for that. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and play this real quick. I'm one of those.
I don't, but I do think that there are situations where somebody could make a song that would be defamation. And I think that the court should look at it. So I think Drake he could have some success, at least getting to trial, even if he ultimately loses.
And it's a slippery slope, because if you can't sue somebody for a song lyric, then what separates that from them jumping on the internet and trashing you on the internet or any other type of publication? It's going to set a precedent there.
Well, that precedent is not the same as the song lyric precedent, which is not the same for media people using the internet precedent. That's why all these things are.
But media gets a pass, right?
Yeah.
Media gets a pass.
Media does not get a pass for lying about some shit. No, that is defamation. If you openly lie on someone, again, the song is based on the fact that you are someone who takes advantage of black people for your own benefit. That's one facet. You are not for black people. You are actually all of a sudden not black. I don't think you should be saying nigga because you have a white mother, right? You are not black. Since when do y'all niggas do this? Y'all let Kamala Harris get up there and tell you that she was a black girl from Oakland after never ever identifying herself as a black woman. She identified and presented herself as an Asian American woman. But for the sake of that election, y'all let this hoe get up there and say, I'm a black woman now. That's why Trump made that joke about, all of a sudden Kamala Harris is black now. Because that's an important point. These are the same people who support these people. Right? And he said he's going to lose again. Fam, okay, why? None of you were saying why. Like none of you were saying, well, Drake was convicted. Drake did pay that girl off. They keep glossing over that shit because well, don't get me wrong, they are doing content, but this is a thing that niggas actually do. Like niggas will actually do this for people that they feel as though they don't like. And never forget, you know what I'm saying? Don't let it be lost on you, bro. Don't let it be lost on you. At the end of the day, right? And I got love for Joe. I'm not saying that it's all about that, but at the end of the day, if you think rappers are extremely competitive, don't never let a hater make you think. Because one thing a hater can do is make you think they not hating, or do what they do in a way where it don't seem like it is what it is. What do you like? None of them provide the reason for why is he going to lose. How is he wrong? Because y'all reason is based off the fact that, yo, listen, man, it's just the rap battle, bro. It's the rap battle, bro. Nigga, people online every day call him a PDF file. This has actually really damaged his career. Now, not his career, I'm sorry, his image. Now, if not for it not being true, you know what I'm saying? And him never being involved in nothing. Drake has never been involved really in no scandal or no unsavory shit. Like, really think about it. Drake never been locked up before. None of that shit. Right? So, yes, that song, again, people, because the fact is that, yo, he's arguing that, yes, that song had a negative impact on my brand. Putting those kind of allegations on someone's brand, and then people promote the song like it's true. Not only that, the song makes light of essay on children. So what do y'all mean that he not going to win or it's not defamation? Defamation mean hold on, let's look at what defamation means. How is defamation defined in terms of a lawsuit?
Defamation in a lawsuit is a civil wrong involving a false statement that damages someone's reputation. It can be libel, which is written, or slander, which is spoken. Plaintiffs need to prove the statement was false and caused harm to win. For legal advice, consult a professional.
So, what the court did was not allow Drake to present the evidence. How did now when it comes to anything else, you niggas can come up with all the conspiracies in the world, right? You niggas listen. If you talk to a nigga, yo, he'll come up with every single reason in the world for why something is happening aside from what's actually happening. Like, for example, you got people who really believe that ICE agents who are specifically authorized to pursue investigations involving illegal immigrants. Y'all niggas believe anything. And again, and this starts with someone thinks that you so stupid that they can put this thought into the air and you going to just continue it. I had a conversation the other day where somebody was talking to me and basically saying, you know, after they get done with them, we next. I'm like, God damn, yo, we're fucked. We're fucked, man. We're just
one drunk man.
Okay.
Is more intelligent than 3 women with PhDs.
Thank you so much.
I'm just saying.
Thank you.
Just saying. A part of this shit is the culture creates a rest haven for hoes and a safe haven for haters. Okay? Like I was saying before, this has gone on for some time, and for the most part, the Joe Budden podcast is kind of built that podcast, not so much off the bat, but they talk about this. There are countless videos of Joe Budden talking about Drake. And on top of that, again, don't let it be lost. This is someone who did a whole one-sided diss war with Drake by himself. Let me ask AI how many times did he diss? How many times did Joe Budden diss Drake?
Budden released 4 dedicated diss tracks against Drake in 2016, following what he perceived as subtle jabs. These tracks included Making a Murderer Part 1, Wake, Afraid, and Just Because.
At this time, don't get me wrong. Much love to Joe. I'm not going to front on Joe. I'm one of the very few Joe Budden rap supporters. You know what I'm saying? I love Joe, but Joe never necessarily moved forward with the game. Joe Budden is an early 2000s rapper, a very talented guy, but again, he's a great example of someone with great rapping ability, but the problem that Joe had was the music that he was making. And again, it wasn't really bad music. It just wasn't music that moved people. And a lot of guys can make music that sounds pretty good, but the song structure and how you go about making music, it's not in a way where people want to hear it again or they need to hear it again. So Joe never really improved his song making ability. You know what I mean? And so that's why his music probably wasn't that successful. Also at the time, Joe prided himself on being a lyricist. Whenever niggas pride themselves on that becomes kind of all they are, and they're not able to really do anything else. And they kind of hide behind, I'm a lyricist. Lyricists, for the most part, or being a nigga that rap good, usually leads to broke nigga activity. I'm just saying. And you saw how black folks would just sit there and lie. Mark Lamont Hill just said it's not defamation. Joe just said the media is protected in that regard. So you saying that if you media, you could lie? Y'all niggas gotta make it make sense, man. I gotta make it make sense, bro. So like I was saying before, bro, you see how they will bend the truth, bend reality, right? Just for the sake of, all right, well, whatever I gotta do to hate on this nigga, whatever I gotta do to shit on this nigga, I'm gonna do it. This is an activity that goes on all day, every day in the black community. But anyway, all right, man, I think I said enough. Subscribe to the channel, man. Love y'all, man. I'm gonna give y'all a little round of applause before I go. Where's it at? Oh shit. All right, we out, baby. Peace.